The most common need of any Java model class is to have setter and getters in it so that we can access the private properties of that class with the help of these setters and getters. In this video, we will see how we can use setter and getter annotation of Lombok and dynamically generate those setter and getters. But first, we will see how we will use to create the setter and getter before Lombok. So I will use this class for that. Okay, the student class without Lombok. I named it that way so that we can distinguish between the with Lombok and without Lombok. Okay, so I will create some of the properties here, like uh, these. So I've created like roll number, first name, last name, subject, which is a list of a string, and double in the percentage and the address. Let me import the list. List is imported from java.util.list. All right. So after this, what we used to do here is to generate getter and setter in Eclipse. We do also twice, and it will give this pop-up. And here we can select generate getter and setters, and I will select all. Then I will generate it. So this is the traditional way of generating setter and getters of a class. Okay. Now the same thing, the same setter and getter, how we will generate these and use these in the Lombok. So let's move on to the student with Lombok, and we will use our same properties here. So to make use of Lombok, we will use here is getter and setter. These two annotation at the class level we will use, and it will generate the setter and getters of all these properties. Okay, so that's it. Means without Lombok, you have to generate your setter and getter, and you can see this code here. Like it's a lengthy code, and it's not and it's readable. But in the with the Lombok annotations, you can just directly use these two annotations, setter and getter, and that's it. And if you want to see where these generated getter and setters, then go to your window, show view, and select the outline part. So I'm selected this one, and you can see that already the setter and getters are generated here. These are the getters and these are the setters. And if you remove these two annotation, let me comment it out and just save it. So you can see these will removed from this one. Okay, these are not anymore in the class. And if I uncomment this one, if I uncomment this getter, that means only the getter is generated. Now if I'm uncommenting the setter, that means getter and setter both will be generated for these fields. Okay, so this is the way how you will use at the rate setter and at the rate getter annotations of Lombok to generate the setter and getter of a class.